Hey all, Robert Ezekiel here with Engage with Scott Barr to talk a little bit about the new Microsoft Partner Competency Program. Scott, can you tell me a little bit about Engage and what we do here, and give our viewers a little bit of background on yourself?
Sure. Engage is a Microsoft Gold certified currently, and an independent software vendor and a business solutions provider with over 10 years of cloud-hosted line of business applications experience. And we've essentially been providing cloud services before it was called cloud. I am Scott Barr, of course, the technical lead on communication services and products for Engage. I've been working with Exchange since version 4.0, so that goes back to, I think, the late 90s, or the mid to late 90s. And I've been working with Office Communication Server products since before it was OCS, back in the LCS days, and even back before it was LCS, it was part of Exchange. And this, of course, includes all the Microsoft products, part of the ecosystem of supporting Exchange and OCS, such as Active Directory and things of that nature.
In your own words, Scott, what's this new Microsoft Partner Competency Program all about?
Well, the Microsoft Partner Network is just the next step in the evolution of the competency program. Right now, like I said, we're a gold certified partner. The other levels of that would be a silver certified partner and just a certified partner at the basic level. And each level, carries certain benefits with it. And the idea behind the previous program was to show customers and vendors that you are competent in certain Microsoft products. But the problem, I think, before was that you didn't show an expertise in a particular competency. If you're gold certified like we are now, it's sort of a general blanket statement that you're, gold certified in Microsoft products in general. The new program is basically to hone or define your competencies to a more specific level. One of the main levels that Engage will go after is the CRM competency, and specifically the advanced competency. So that's sort of the general difference. It's just an evolution of their program, and as they've learned over the years, based on vendor and customer feedback or partner feedback, they're just trying to make a better program for all parties.
Right. I did some reading last night in preparation for our talk today, and I was a little confused. What's the difference between the competency and then advanced competency program?
The competency is your basic level of being a Microsoft partner. It says that you have the adequate skills to be competent in a certain particular product or service, such as Microsoft hosting, or Microsoft Communications, or Microsoft XCRM platforms. Advanced certainly is sort of stated in the definition. Advanced is the next step. The requirements are much more stringent. You have financial requirements. You have a certain level of licenses that you have to achieve in a given period of time. You have to have more Microsoft certified professionals, pass more exams to achieve an advanced competency, depending on which competency it is. So it is more difficult to get to. So that's definitely the difference between a competency and an advanced competency.
So it's really just a higher threshold, a higher bar that the partner has to pass.
Right.
Okay. Does this new program give an unfair advantage to a larger company over a smaller company, or is it level the playing field?
Well, I guess there are different schools of thought on this. A larger organization would obviously, or we assume, would have more individuals capable of achieving more competencies. It would, I think, be difficult for any one individual to achieve, the entire range of Microsoft products competencies, whereas with a large corporation, you could, spread the wealth, so to speak, and have more MCPs get certified in specific products, whereas a small organization is going to be a little more, their focus is going to have to be finer, given the number of individuals that they have to choose from to achieve competency. So they need to focus, or they should focus, on what they're best at, and maybe not go for competencies and things that they don't do quite as often.
So it's just then a question of how many competencies the larger company can have versus a smaller company.
Right.
because of number of employees.
Yes, but in general, a small company should be able to compete with a large company if they both have an advanced competency. I don't think there's one that separates, or anything that separates the two sizes.
Right. How's the process been so far? Has it been easy? Has it been, have you put a lot of time into this?
We put a considerable amount of time into it because it seems that, at least in the last few months, the requirements have changed, or like I said earlier, have evolved even in the last few months. We've had a few conference calls with Microsoft representatives from the partner network, and even they have pointed us towards their website and told us to check back as often as possible for changes. And we have noted changes. We've taken notes along the way to get our program started, and we've had to change things during the process.
Right. From all the work that you put into it so far, do you have any other advice for partners, favorite blogs, favorite websites, or is the best place to go partner.microsoft.com?
Yeah, I would definitely say that the best place to go is to the source, and Microsoft should be the experts and are the experts. And like I said, as the situation evolves, their information is going to be the freshest. So I would stick to that. If you need layman's terms, you may want to look for blogs, but I would go with the partner network, and don't be afraid to call.
Right. How is this going to affect customers, potential customers? Are they going to have an easier time, or is it going to be more difficult for them?
I don't think it's going to be difficult for new customers or potential customers. I think depending on the size of the customer and what it is they're trying to achieve, if they're going through Microsoft, or if they're going to a large vendor or what have you for licenses, and they need services to go with those licenses, then going through the partner network is probably advantageous to both the customer, the vendor, and the partner, because everything's right there for them. If they go to a partner, or maybe not a partner, but a non-partner, to achieve a certain product or service, then they really have no guarantee that person or that company is going to be competent in the product that they're seeking help in.
They would just know that they were a Microsoft Gold partner, but that's it. They would still have to interview the partner at that point. Whereas with the new program, they can go directly to someone that is competent or has an advanced competency in, say, CRM, for example. Right. What competencies is Engage going to go after?
Engage is going to focus on the XCRM competency, the customer relationship management, using that as a framework, and basically building off of that. That is the main focus of what Engage does. We'll also go for the communications competency, which includes unified messaging, unified communications with OCS and Exchange, and the hosting competency. And there will be other competencies that we'll seek to achieve, but our focus for advanced will be CRM and communications.
Specifically for the communications competency, what does Engage need to do, and where are we in that process?
Well, Engage has several individuals who have been involved in unified communications, voice over IP solutions for a number of years in both open source and Microsoft products. So we certainly have the background and we have the experience with these type of products. Specifically as it relates to the Microsoft Partner Network and the new requirements, we have identified 2 Microsoft certified professionals who have already begun to take the exams. We've already passed a few of the exams. We have 2 or 3 exams remaining to achieve the competency. So we're well on our way.
Excellent. Well, thanks, Scott. I hope that helps explain a few things about the new program. And you give me an idea of where Engage is and where we're going to go over the next course of the couple months. On paper, the program looks like it'll help customers find a partner who has expertise in areas where they need help, and it looks like it'll help Microsoft match customers with partners who have an expertise in that solution. And if that's the case, then I'm all for it. It sounds like a good program. It sounds like a good, like you said, evolution.
Right. I think the idea is to separate the wheat from the chaff. It's going to show that partners are certainly committed to the Microsoft product line.
Yes, that will be the case. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.